Bonjour, les étudiants of class 10. Hope you're doing good. Okay, so we're meeting after a week. And so today's class will be continuing the exercises of lesson 4, the last two exercises. We just got the last two exercises. We'll finish these two exercises. The ninth exercise, it's about answering some questions with using negative words. And then we'll be having a sentence making. Okay, so we got few expressions and we got to make some sentences, and that's it for today. Okay, so then we'll meet in teams. Okay, so take care guys, let's get into the slides. So here it is, the exercise number 9. Répondez aux questions à la forme négative en utilisant les mots négatifs. Suivez le modèle. So which means answer these questions, answer to the questions in negation. Okay, in negation by using the negative words. Okay, follow the model. So we already know how to do in negation, so we use ne pas, right? Okay, so then the pas can be replaced by certain words. Okay, so even in English we do, right? For example, nothing, it's a negative word. Nowhere, no one. Okay, so all those are negative words. So same thing we'll be doing here in French. So which is for example, the example they have given, vous dînez toujours au restaurant. Vous dînez toujours, so you always dine. Okay, you always eat at a restaurant. The answer is no, je ne dîne plus au restaurant. Okay, so no, I no longer dine in a restaurant. So the toujours, okay, in the example, in the question we got toujours. The word toujours, which means always. Okay, always or still. Okay, got two meanings when it's placed in a question. Okay, mostly it means always, but even it's still. Okay, vous dînez toujours au restaurant, which means you still dine in the restaurant. Okay, so which means it has become an habit for them. Okay, so they are asking someone, knowing them, they are asking, so you're still dining in the restaurant? And then the answer is no, je ne dîne plus au restaurant. So which is, you can even say no, je ne dîne pas au restaurant. No, I don't dine in the restaurant. But that's normally a common negative sentence. Okay, here they have said toujours. So the most appropriate one will be je ne dîne plus, which means no, I have stopped eating. Okay, no longer, I no longer eat in a restaurant. Okay, so that's what it means. So instead of pas, we'll be using plus in that place. Okay, when toujours is there. Okay, if it's always, right, if it's always, and if it's still, we'll be using plus. Okay, so now we'll get to the questions, the sentences. Est-ce que vous mangez quelque chose? And then you can see the answer starting with no. At the end of the sentence, you start the answer with no after the question mark. So the second thing, it's est-ce que votre fils regarde souvent la télé? Okay, so the second one, it's actually does your son, okay, watch television often? Okay, so your son watches television often. Souvent means often. Okay, the first sentence, est-ce que vous mangez quelque chose? You eat something. Okay, you are eating something, you'd like to eat something, that way. So the third one, est-ce que tu veux acheter quelque chose à l'aéroport? Do you want to buy something at the airport? Okay, do you want to buy? So the two verbs, vouloir and acheter. Okay, tu veux acheter, you want to buy something at the airport. Okay, so then starts with no. So the last before one, est-ce que vous avez vu mon chien César quelque part? So est-ce que vous avez vu? So it's in passé composé. So have you seen? Okay, have you seen my dog Caesar? Okay, somewhere, quelque part, which means somewhere. And the last one, vous enseignez toujours à l'école. So you're still teaching in the school. Okay, you're always, it's still. Okay, so toujours means still here in the question. You're still teaching in the school. Okay, so and then no. So what you got to observe, it's actually the word which comes after the verb. Okay, for example, the first sentence, after the verb manger, what you have, it's quelque chose. Okay, quelque chose, which means something. In the second sentence, what we have after the verb regarder, it's souvent. Okay, souvent means often. Okay, quelque chose means something. Souvent means often. The third sentence, again after the verb acheter, we got quelque chose. Quelque chose, which means something. Quelque chose is something. And the last before sentence, after the name César, okay, after the name César, mon chien César, quelque part, which means somewhere, okay, quelque part means somewhere. So you can see, tu veux acheter quelque chose, something, quelque part, it's somewhere, okay, you can't literally translate, okay. And the last question got toujours after the verb toujours, which means always or still. So now you got to find a negative word for these words, okay, for something, okay. What is a word for something? Negative word for something. You have something, okay, for example, you have something in your bag, okay. So what you'll be answering, yes, I have something, yes, I have these things, okay. If in negation, okay, so if in negation you got, how will you say, I have nothing, okay, I have nothing in my bag. Or you'll be saying, I don't have anything, I don't have anything, or I have nothing, okay. So for something, the opposite, the negation will be like nothing, okay. The second one, souvent, which means often, okay, often, okay. Do you go often to the beach? No, I go rarely, okay. So the opposite will be like, the negative word will be like rarement, souvent, rarement, oui, rarely. The third one, tu vas acheter quelque chose. Again, we got quelque chose, okay, something, and we use nothing, okay. Nothing in French we say rien, R-I-E-N, rien. So the last before one, quelque part, it's somewhere, the negative word will be nulle part, nowhere, okay. So nowhere, it's actually the opposite of quelque part, somewhere, nowhere, quelque part, nulle part. And the last one, toujours, okay. So toujours, as you got it in the example, so toujours, it's still, okay. And the negative word will be plus, plus, okay. So all these words will be used instead of pas in negation, okay. So now we'll go for the answers. Est-ce que vous mangez quelque chose? And the question, it's in second person, okay. The question, it's in second person. So what you have to do in the answer, you got to change it to first person, okay. No, je ne mange, okay. So no, je ne mange rien, okay. Je ne mange rien, R-I-E-N, R-E-E-N. You get it? Okay. Est-ce que vous mangez quelque chose? You're eating something? No, I eat nothing, okay. No, I eat nothing. No, je ne mange rien. So the second one, est-ce que votre fils regarde souvent la télé? So does your son watch television often? Okay. No. So votre fils, okay, it's actually the third person, singular, masculine, right? So you can change it to il, okay. You can just change it to il, or mon fils, okay. Instead of votre fils, you'll be writing mon fils, as it's the first person, okay. But still it's third person, okay. So mon fils regarde rarement la télé, okay. Mon fils regarde la télé rarement, or rarement la télé, okay. Or you can even replace mon fils with il, okay. Even la télé can be replaced using a direct object, okay. Direct pronoun. So you can even say il la regarde rarement, okay. So even you can use jamais, okay. He often watches television. No, he never watches, okay. Even never, it's actually a negative word. So you can use rarement or jamais, okay. No, il la regarde jamais, or il la regarde rarement, okay. So both are fine. So the third one, est-ce que tu veux acheter quelque chose à l'aéroport? Non, je veux rien acheter à l'aéroport, okay. Je veux, so tu changes to je veux, rien comes before the second verb. Je veux rien acheter, I want to buy nothing at the airport. Je veux rien acheter à l'aéroport. The fourth one, est-ce que vous avez vu mon chien César quelque part? Have you seen my dog César somewhere? Non. Okay, so no. Je n'ai pas vu. Okay, so normally we'll be using I did not see. Okay, so je n'ai vu votre chien César nulle part. Okay, so je n'ai vu votre chien César nulle part. Or even mon chien César can be replaced using a pronoun. Okay, so you can say je, ne, L apostrophe, a. Okay, we will be using a direct pronoun in order to replace the word mon chien César, my dog Caesar. Okay, non, je ne l'ai vu nulle part. So the last one, vous enseignez toujours à l'école? You're still teaching in school? Non, je n'enseigne plus. Je n'enseigne plus à l'école. So I know I no longer teach at school. Okay, so now we'll see the answers. Here. So non, je ne mange rien. Non, il la regarde rarement. Or you can even use jamais. Non, je ne veux rien acheter à l'aéroport. Je ne veux rien acheter à l'aéroport. So the next one, D. Je ne l'ai vu nulle part. Je ne l'ai. That L apostrophe replaces mon chien César. Okay, same way like the second sentence, the la télé, it's replaced by la. Je ne l'ai vu nulle part. I saw him nowhere. The last one, non, je ne l'enseigne plus à l'école. Je n'enseigne plus à l'école. No, I no longer teach at school. I don't teach at school anymore. Okay, so now we'll move to the last exercise of lesson. So, construisez des phrases avec les expressions suivantes. So you got to make sentences. Okay, you got to make sentences using these expressions. Avoir mal aux yeux. Avoir mal aux yeux, which means to have eye pain. Okay, eye ache. Okay, ear means eyes. Okay, both eyes it's ear. Avoir mal aux yeux, which means to have eye ache or eye pain. So avoir besoin de. Okay, so second one it's avoir besoin de, which means to be in need of. Okay, in need of. The third one, greffer quelque chose à quelqu'un. So greffer, which means to transplant. Okay, so something to someone. The D, avoir soif, to be thirsty. Okay, to be thirsty, it's avoir soif. And the last one, subir une opération à cœur ouvert. Subir une opération, to undergo an open heart surgery. Okay, to undergo an open heart surgery. Okay. So as I told you, so you can make your own sentences if you want, or we got some sentences here. For example, you can even take note of these. The first sentence, okay, avoir mal aux yeux. The verb avoir should be conjugated. Okay, so can be conjugated. If you would like to conjugate, you can conjugate. Si vous regardez la télé tout le temps. Okay, if you watch television all the time. Okay, so si vous regardez le portable, even you can write. Okay, si vous regardez le portable tout le temps means all the time. Vous aurez mal aux yeux. Vous aurez, you will have, so eye pain. Vous aurez, so the verb avoir is conjugated in future simple. Okay, so si vous regardez la télé tout le temps, vous aurez mal aux yeux. You'll have eye pain. The second one, so avoir besoin de, so to be in need of. Okay, in need of. Nous avons besoin d'air frais. Nous avons besoin d'air frais. So which means we are in need of fresh air. Okay, we are in need of fresh air. It's nous avons besoin d'air frais. So as I told you, you can even write it on your own. Instead of using nous avons, you can even say on a besoin d'air frais. O-N or just A instead of avons. So, on a besoin d'arrêt. So, the third one, le médecin a greffé le rein au malade. Okay, so it's actually a kidney transplant. The doctor transplanted the kidney to the patient. Okay, le médecin a greffé, so passé composé, le rein. Okay, careful with the spelling of rein, R-E-I-N. Okay, and the other one it's R-A-E-N. R-A-E-N, it's nothing. Okay, au malade. So malade, which means sick or the ill people. Okay, the patient. So the fourth one, si tu as soif, bois de l'eau. So it's if condition, the first and the last before, sorry. Si tu as soif, if you are thirsty, if you feel thirsty. If you are thirsty, bois de l'eau. Okay, boire de l'eau, it's imperative. Okay, so in the first sentence we have used future simple, and in the last before sentence we use imperative. If condition plus present, so then we use present or future simple. Okay, si tu as soif, if you feel thirsty, drink some water, bois de l'eau. So the last one, we'll just use future proche. Demain il va subir une opération à cœur ouvert. So tomorrow is going to undergo an operation. Okay, so open heart operation. Okay, il va subir. Il va. Demain il va. Then you write the whole thing. Okay. So that's it for today. Okay, so hope you guys write it on the note, and we'll meet in the Teams class. Ciao. Take care.